question is it still classy?
I would say
borderline.
Okay.
I think it's borderline, but we'll get there. We always rebound. That's part of the process. You know, you can start something and know that you have to end it like with a curtsy. I've never curtsied in my life.
And you just
Can't wait to see you try it though.
Wait,
When this is over.
I know that was like a little bow. But wait, really, can you see my sty under my glasses?
I mean, you can see that your eye's swollen.
Yeah, I'm wearing fake glasses, which I wear often, but this time it's not for a fashion statement. It's to hide the fact that I got a sty. I went to Vegas last weekend.
And she didn't touch a penis, so that's not where it came from.
that we know of. She could be lying.
I didn't though. Why would I lie about that? When have I been known to tell you
But
guys
have you
lies?
touched a penis recently?
No, I
Wait
haven't.
a minute. Then we've got other questions.
No,
after the
because
last
we're
show.
going slow.
Oh.
Yeah. That's been a conversation.
How does
she really likes him?
Okay,
Like,
I like
really?
this.
Yeah, I know.
And what did we decide his name is? Beethoven?
Mozart.
Mozart, that's right.
You named him because you didn't like Beethoven.
Yeah, because it just makes me think of the St. Bernard dog.
I know, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like to know put the puppy with the ears.
Nope,
Yeah.
and that lost its appeal.
Yeah, super cute dog, but no.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so it's going really good. We're going slow. So didn't touch a penis. The sty is not from that. Vegas was amazing.
And I now believe her that she didn't touch a penis because of the fact that she really likes him.
Yeah. Well, and it was him that wanted to go slow. More him than
I
me.
thought you were going to say it was him that wanted to touch a penis. I was like, now we have other conversations we have to have.
No. That wasn't even where this conversation was going to go. I just felt like we needed to catch up a little bit because Ash comes in here like a tornado. Why are you so busy right now?
I'm going out of the country in like 12 hours.
Oh my gosh,
what?
where are you going?
To the Bahamas. This is why I was like, okay, I can make it work. Remember, you guys don't listen to me.
We do, but time goes by.
I had given you the dates of when I am gone, May 3rd and the 10th, that I couldn't podcast for months.
Brad,
Damn
And then
it.
what happens? Oh, sorry. You have to delete that now, huh?
No,
No.
Brad has my pen, so I can't write it down.
I'll email you. I've given you the dates I was gonna be gone for months. And then what happens? All of a sudden Nina's like, hey, I'm gonna be gone this Friday and this Friday. And I was like, well, motherfucker. We haven't planned enough for me to not be here this Friday. So I made it work.
Oh.
You're so good.
So here I am.
Thank you.
We need to plan a little better with that.
I do want to rip my own hair out, but that's okay.
Well, you are
That's
so
fair.
appreciated. Please don't rip your hair out.
I won't.
Once you get to the Bahamas, you're going to be so happy.
It'll be worth it. And it's a red eye. I've got time. I've just got to get
a lot of
Palmer over to
stuff to
Whidbey
do.
Island and back. And
Oh.
Wait, she's not going?
She's not going. No. No, we're staying at a Sandals. It's a adults only.
Oh, we know
That's
sandals.
fun.
Yeah.
That's so. Oh, that's right. Because then you talk to the people.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Oh no.
didn't?
So they're like, well, we can give you a discount. But then they were like, oh, so just give us your stuff before you pay your final amount. And I was like, well, the final amount was due in March. So
Oh.
Interesting.
Dang.
yeah.
Well, in the future, if you do
yeah,
it
in
again.
the future, I'll do it that way for sure.
Yeah, they're fun. We love Sandals Resorts.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, I'm going to be in the Bahamas. I don't really care.
Yeah. Be careful of the sharks, though. And also, really
Thank
fast.
you.
I'm sorry. I will apologize because I'm not as organized as you are. But yes, be careful of the sharks. Sharks are acting wild right now.
Well, and I was just telling Chuck and Buck that. Chuck and Buck, the show that I work
were?
on regularly throughout the week, other than
on
this
the
podcast.
sports station, yeah.
Yes, because they said something about being in the ocean. Oh, Bucky said, watch out for stingrays. And I was like, bro, stingrays are the least of my concern. I was like, they're sharks and they are crazy. And there was a woman who was paddleboarding who was in her 40s, staying at Sandals in December. She was like less than a mile off the beach and she got eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
She didn't.
She did not
Live.
survive.
Her husband was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Wait,
was
how
really
do you know the story?
Because for whatever reason, I was on a shark spiral because there were so many different reports of sharks attacking recently.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the reason I think that whoever studies sharks is believing that is because people are getting comfortable and like getting closer. Like you're not supposed to go close to a shark.
Oh, yeah.
They're not trying to play with you.
Yeah.
Like they will bite you.
Yeah, and I think if I just go like on the beach in the ocean there,
You'll be fine.
there's not a lot that, I mean, sometimes they'll come up, but they're not then trying to bite you to do that.
No, and I don't really think that they'll get that close. And even if they did, somebody would scream.
Yeah.
Or you would see it. Have you seen Jaws?
No, I'll
What
never
the
watch it.
Okay, so that is honestly, I'm not scared of much, but sharks is probably my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Because of
And
that movie?
Because of that movie. Because the
Yikes.
first scene in that movie, it's not really a spoiler. It's an old movie. So
Yeah, no,
anybody
it's
could
from
have
the
seen
80s,
it.
70s and 80s.
Yeah, you could have seen it at any time. But there's people on vacation and they're on a banana boat. And there's
Ooh.
people that are like on the beach. And the banana boat's not that far off from the water. And the shark freaking attacked the banana boat. And
Is
everybody is just going wild. And that's always what I think about. So whenever we go on vacation, I'm really hesitant to go into the water that I can't see because I get scared. One, I don't know how to swim. And two, I'm tasty, man. That shark is going to want to bite.
Wow.
See,
So-
and my problem is I'm a really good swimmer. So I'll go out and I'm like, I can just tread water out here.
For as
Like
long
I did that
as
in Mexico last year. And then I was like, I can't see in this water.
Yeah.
But in the Bahamas, you can see a lot.
So that doesn't
Yeah.
ever
Water.
cross your mind? Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's
And
not.
I'm more afraid of jellyfish, though.
Wait,
Oh.
what? Really?
Yeah, it's like my biggest fear.
Really?
Biggest fear
All
on
you have
earth.
to do is like pee on yourself.
Have you
right?
ever
I
been
mean, do
stung
you want
one?
to pee on yourself?
No.
I mean, I've peed on myself before.
But not like on purpose for a jellyfish sting.
Um,
Have you been stung by a jellyfish?
yeah.
Oh, did it hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Wait, so-
why would I want that?
Did
You've never had it?
No.
Have you been stung by a bee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those hurt.
Yeah,
I
they
got
do.
stung
But
in
the
the mouth.
jellyfish really
What?
Yeah. A bee flew into my mouth and stung me.
inside.
Did it die in your mouth?
It was almost dead. I couldn't eat my Honey Nut Cheerios for at least a week.
That's actually really
9.
sad.
It is.
That's sad.
Are you gonna cry?
I did at the time.
Oh man. Yeah. No jellyfish, huh? That they're
Yeah.
not awesome. They do hurt.
Yeah, and
Pretty
then there's
bad.
like some that are like real bad,
Mm-hmm.
like those Man o' War things. No thanks.
Yeah. Then there's like one. Are those the ones that are supposed to be like the on crack ones?
They're the ones that are purple, huge and purple. But now there's other ones that are even worse, and they're like tinier. And then I had to live out my like biggest fear on earth. I went to a wedding in Connecticut. Like
What?
that's not the biggest fear.
Started
I was
so
like,
scary.
what?
Picture this: summer in Connecticut.
Sounds like a dream.
I went for
Fear.
a college friend's wedding, and we were staying at this house, and then it was, it's really humid and hot in the summer in Connecticut, and it was on the water, so we ended up going on a boat at night. Like we took it out to this little island, and we all
that's
got
fun.
in, and we were all doing that, swimming around and playing on the island and stuff, and then we go back on the boat, come back. The next day, there'd been like a storm that had come in. The next day, literally, we did the same thing. It was jellyfish everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere.
So we all swimming in it, or did it
No,
just like
because
appear?
the storm brought them all in. And then they're
Oh.
like, okay, everybody off the boat, go to the island. And I was like, no, fuck no. I am not getting out of this
No.
boat. And they're like, you have to.
Like, no, I don't.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to. And so then, like, I don't remember, somehow they took me to a different spot. Something happened. So I could, like,
You had to
jump in
swim
further.
through it?
No, I, like, avoided it. But then then the tide changed. So to get back on the boat, I had to wade through jellyfish water.
Oh.
and you did?
It was the
Wow.
only way to get on the boat. Otherwise, I was just gonna be stuck on an island for
Did
the
you
weekend.
have a panic attack?
Oh no, because I was drunk.
Oh, okay.
No, because I was drunk.
Thank goodness.
That would be the only way to make it through alive. Yeah, that would terrify me too.
Yeah, and so ever since, it's like an unreasonable fear. I've never been stung. I mean, I lived in California for 9 years. I would swim in the ocean all the time. Never been stung.
I don't think it's unreasonable. I don't think it's awesome. And they're
Yeah.
very weird creatures.
Yeah, and they can like just attach to you.
Yeah, the ocean is a scary place to me.
Do you know that their tentacles can sting you without being attached to their body?
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did know
They
that.
can wrap around, like if they're just loose in the water, they can wrap around you and sting you.
Ew.
Yeah, see? Add to the fear.
I don't
But-
think it's irrational.
Their tops are kind of fun. You can touch the top of them. They're a little squishy.
Yeah, you can, but
That makes me want to vomit. I can't look at them. I get nauseous.
A visual.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know how we got here, but
Well, the fear
Yeah.
of things
Oh,
in the
it's like,
water.
how
so
do we
sharks,
fear?
jellyfish.
Jellyfish,
So
yes,
what are
that's
you
right.
scared of, Victoria?
Life,
Living?
yes. Getting kidnapped, getting pregnant.
Oh,
those
okay.
are real fears,
Those
actually.
are big. Those are. I was thinking about them the other day. Those are like my top. Top ones.
I don't know if you know this, but kids are a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. That's I'm a huge responsibility to myself, and
Yeah.
I can't even figure that out. So,
Yeah. Victoria said to me last night that she wanted to find herself a friends with benefits.
Oh.
because I don't want a relationship, but I need to find someone who I'm comfortable enough to have those benefits with.
Right.
She needs somebody to show her where her labia is.
Okay,
Oh.
no.
She doesn't know where it is.
Okay. Like
How-
on a diagram or on your cell? Like, how do we know that you don't know where it is? Or
Well,
did you
no,
just say
it's just
it?
because they were mentioning it the other day, and I was like, that sounds like.
She goes, well, what is that?
Oh.
I knew it sounded like something that was like in your vagina. I just couldn't figure out. I couldn't pinpoint. what
It's
we were
in the
talking-
region.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I knew that. I just
No, you didn't.
no. I knew that sounded familiar.
I actually just remembered I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh.
This comes from Mark. So
Hold on,
I'm
let me sit back
yeah.
for this one.
Oh,
I'm delivering the message because Mark got upset with me the other day.
Ashley's husband.
Yeah, he listened to the last pod. It
Okay.
wasn't the last one. To a couple podcasts ago about your driver's test,
Yikes!
and he said this was his question for the show. Really,
Okay.
for us, he's very disappointed in us
Why? Is that my
Yes.
responsibility?
because he said, "How did nobody address the fact that Victoria went to take a driver's test, failed, and then got back in her car and is still driving with no valid driver's license and expired tabs?"
All right, Mark. We'll give you the slow clap
Yeah.
for being the logical one.
You know what, Mark?
Didn't even occur to me. No.
We're just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I mean, it would be valid somewhere.
Right.
Nope, it's not. It's
No.
not valid anywhere.
I mean, it occurred to me when I got back in my car, but I was like, I don't know what they want me to do. Like, I'm mad. I'm going to Starbucks, and then I drove to Starbucks and I drove home.
And then I said to Mark, I was like, man, she's going to be really fucked if she gets pulled over. He goes, you think? I was like, yeah.
She's not even that great of a driver, so,
So
like,
that
if she
chances
could
of
get
that.
pulled
No,
over
pretty
pretty
high,
high.
yeah.
Guys, this morning I was driving that song that we were listening to the other day. At one point of it, it says like she's driving like a bat out of hell or something like that.
I don't know what song
Oh.
you're talking about.
Dick Down in Dallas, one I showed you.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other day.
yeah, yeah.
You know that song?
No,
Dude, they didn't know it either. It's
I
called
don't even know what you said.
Dick Down in Dallas.
Yeah,
it's
no, I didn't
actually
know
really
that.
funny.
It's
Okay.
a song about this guy's girl being dicked down in Dallas and then also, like, ate out in
What does
Albuquerque.
dick down mean?
Dick down? Hold on. You don't know what it means
See-
to get dicked down?
You're
How about
laughing
this
at
is
me.
This is your homework. You go to Mark and you be like, "You gonna dick me down today or what?"
I mean, I can figure out what you're saying, but where the hell did that term come from?
It's been out here in the street.
It has not.
It has 100%.
What streets are you in? The ones with all the homeless people outside our office?
No, I'm out here in these.
Because they are
active
not
streets.
dick down.
they might be dirty dick down though. It's a good chance. I've thought about that in these encampments. You know they're doing it.
Ew,
They're doing
that
Ew,
is that is not something we need
All
to
right,
think about.
I'll stop that. Like, okay, your friends have never just been like, "Man, I need to be dicked down."
Never once in my entire life.
Oh,
I
well.
don't think any of my friends have ever said that either.
Yeah.
Okay, well, mine have. So
So
just know the song.
okay, so yeah,
Oh.
no,
Anyways,
yeah, dick
So-
down in Dallas, driving like a bat out of hell.
yeah, that's what I felt like this morning because I was Brad told me I can't be
you were
late
listening
anymore.
to dick down in Dallas.
Wait, but here's the thing: you do realize this, right? Like it does. You don't even have to be driving bad. All that has to happen is poor timing. Like literally, a
I
police
know.
officer or a state patrol is behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Literally today I came to like when I was driving to work, I pulled up to a stop sign and I was driving so bad my car like lunged forward a little bit because I stopped really quickly. And then I started to go and saw that there was a cop next to me and I stopped and I was like, "Nope, you can go, sir. You can go before me." And he goes, "No, it's okay." He like flashed his lights, tell me to go first. And I was like, "Thank you, sir. She had to get to work."
Oh man, he really should have probably followed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he went the other way.
I think
Oh,
what you
good.
have in your favor, though, is that you look young. So maybe they're just like, "Oh, little innocent girl behind
She's
the
an
wheel."
idiot.
I try to look like I'm always like I don't know where I'm going. That's my. If I ever see a cop, I
Do you
look
have to
so
try hard
confused.
for that though?
If I'm being, no. It's honestly like Victoria, just stare straight and like look around.
Just look normal.
smile and wave, smile. And
That's so funny.
Uh,
For those who are curious, though, really quick about the song, who sings it?
wave.
I mean, you could probably just type in
Dick Down in Dallas.
Is it DICKDOWN?
Bro, what are you trying to
Yeah,
spell?
Dick down.
No, so
DICKED.
DICKED. That's what I was trying to.
It's
'cause I
by
couldn't-
Trey Lewis. It's
Okay, there
such
you
a
go.
funny song.
It's hilarious.
It's not a great like. I listen to it and I'm like, God damn, like this is a terrible song. But it's honestly, it's so catchy and it's like you can't help but love it.
It's
I
not
think I
a
don't-
banger. Like you're not going to want to listen to it in the car, but it is something funny that you could like listen
Funny
to
and
like with
catchy.
your friends.
I'll listen to it once.
You
just for
should.
you.
I'll take it.
I think you should listen to it with Mark.
I mean, I haven't even listened to the person that she's obsessed with yet.
Tate McRae?
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Not on purpose. I
Tate
just,
McRae.
I think I tried to play one of her songs on our show and I was like, these are really slow. I can't use it.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
fair. You gotta get. She has like a few fast ones.
she does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Justin Timberlake last night.
Oh, how was it?
So good.
Interesting.
So
It was
good.
good.
What'd you guys wear?
I wore.
'Cause isn't that like half of a concert is what you wear to it?
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
know what's
but-
really funny about Seattle? People here, and I know I live here, so I'm not hating on everybody or anything, but like jeans and like.
It's like nothing impressive.
Yeah, there's like a handful of people that cared about their appearance, and then the rest of them is like, I'm just going to not worry about it and just walk out the door.
Oh, man, for JT, you got to show
I
out
mean,
a little bit.
But the ones that did show out, showed out. Like,
Okay.
I'm not saying I showed out, but I wore a black dress with a little peekaboo in the stomach area
Nice.
with my
we call that a hoochie hole.
I had a hoochie hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hoochie
Hoochie
hole, and I
hole.
wore my my Air Maxes
Oh,
and
you
my
saw?
and my glasses
Cute.
because I
Yeah,
had a
'cause you had a sty in the eye.
Mhm.
You saw. I feel bad because I forgot her name.
Molly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
did.
going to say is
hugged-
Molly was posting which shirt should she wear, NSYNC or Britney. She went with NSYNC, I
Oh, that's
believe.
I saw her
Hilarious.
last night. Yeah,
Okay.
Molly wore the NSYNC shirt, and I heard that Molly didn't like the show.
Really?
So Bender is also a radio icon in the Seattle area, works down the hall from here. And he ran into me on the way to the bathroom and he's like, "How was the show last night?" And I was like, "Oh, it was so good. I loved it." And he's like, "That's funny. Molly said she didn't like it at all. She said it sucked." I was like, "She's tripping."
Was it all new
Whoa.
music?
No, it was a mix. But
was a
honestly,
mix.
his new album is good.
I haven't heard the new album.
Not the entire album, but a good handful of those songs are still swaggy,
Yeah.
like soulful JT.
I didn't mind it. I didn't know any of his new songs.
Yeah.
really liked it. And then
Um,
yeah, he did the old ones. Like
Okay.
my favorite on the new album is the song called Drown, and he did that in Cry Me a River, like back to
Ooh,
back, and
nice.
it was just so
Whoa. Oh, so was
good.
that your favorite performance? The favorite part of the performance?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Those are the two songs I loved. Like
Okay.
he did Suit and Tie, but he didn't really do the whole thing. And I
Yeah.
saw him do that with Jay-Z back in the day anyway.
Yeah.
So I've seen him a few times,
Really?
actually. Yeah.
I've
Would you
seen
say-
NSYNC, but not him.
I regret
Ooh.
that. The one
What?
show that I regret not going to, because when you work in radio, and this is going to sound kind of bratty, but especially in mornings, you get really tired.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the opportunity to go to a lot of shows and you take it for granted sometimes. I don't as much anymore, but I used to. And NSYNC was the one that I was like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And I regret it.
It was so good.
Forever. I've seen Backstreet Boys a million times, but I have never seen
Wow.
NSYNC, and they'll never get back together. So
I make myself go to concerts because I'm scared of that.
yeah.
And I make myself stay like as long as whoever I'm with like will stay with me because I'm like I want to stay as long as I can because this is like crazy.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Justin Timberlake is probably one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met.
Really?
I've
Yes.
never met Justin
Wow.
Timberlake.
Yeah, when I used to work in LA at a production company, he came in to read for Charlie's Angels 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
And I was like at the front desk, so the people that would come in would sit with me for a few minutes, and he was super nice. But this is the way Hollywood gossip works. It was hilarious. He came with his agent,
Okay.
and he was dating Britney at the time, and our office is above this was above this Italian restaurant that like Monica and Rachel from Friends went to all the time. Like it was like
In
a
the show or in
popular,
real life?
No, in real life.
Oh.
And so there was always paparazzi there. Well, he left the office with his agent. They hugged. And then the next tabloid
Was
circuit was that
cheating.
is he cheating on Britney?
Oh, his agent was a woman? Oh,
Dang.
interesting. Yeah.
And I was like, man, that was like literally below our window. That's not him cheating on her at all.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I used to go clubbing and I saw him at a club and I was like, oh, you probably don't remember me. He like gave me a big hug.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so
Him and
sweet.
Jason Bateman, probably the two nicest.
Wait, why
Oh,
does that name
Jason
sound
Bateman is
familiar?
great.
Arrested
Ozark.
Development, Ozark. Oh, he's
Is there
great.
anything else that I would know?
Yeah,
him?
he's a classic. There's
Yeah.
a lot you'd probably know him, and as soon as you Google him, you're gonna go, oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
He's
but-
hilarious too.
You know, it's funny though, the age gap, right? We always have it show up here with Victoria, pretty
Oh.
obviously. There was this girl that was sitting in front of us in the aisle in front of us. She must have been like 16 or 17, and she was there with her parents.
Cute.
She was standing there so upset to be at the show. Like she was just standing there so over it. And then maybe like a couple songs, she'd like mouth out the words but not move. And then finally she just sat down. And it was so funny.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
it's like officially have crossed over into this like old space.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really feel like it. You know, Justin's bomb, but like, and I
Yeah.
said bomb.
Yeah,
Okay?
you did.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
we're
did.
old.
Yeah. But it was
That was hella cool.
But this girl, I just wanted to give her a hug and be like, it's okay, sweetie. One day you'll tell this story and it's going to be really cool.
Everyone in my section was sitting down too. I was like, I kind of want to stand up, but I don't want to be the only one.
I danced the entire time.
Wow.
It was so fun.
It's disappointing though that some people liked it, some people didn't. I had a question based on that, but now I forgot it.
I don't know what people wouldn't have liked.
The visuals were really nice. Like I feel like as a performer and a performance, like watching it, that's what I liked. Like even if I didn't know the songs, I liked watching the performance and the visuals behind the fact. But I didn't know I didn't know like the first 11 songs he played. So I mean,
they weren't all new though. The first 11 songs.
I know.
He played
I
a lot of
that.
songs from like Future Sex Love Sounds.
Oh yeah.
There was those and like Senorita and stuff like that.
But that was the other thing. Like literally, me and our digital director for the Jubal Show, Gabby, were there, and at one point she turns to me and she's like, "Victoria, where are we?" Like I'm looking. We're literally listening to Justin Timberlake while he's headbanging, like his head, and on the screen, like AI is having sex. Like it was two AI people, like in different sex positions.
What?
I missed that
That's
part.
weird.
She's like, I don't know where I'm at right now, and
Yeah,
I was
I
like, I
would-
don't either.
Maybe that's why the 17-year-old was not interested.
So true.
That's
It's interesting.
Yeah. What did you wear to the concert?
I wore jeans and a black tank
Oh,
top.
so you didn't show out.
I didn't plan to like stay the whole time.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna know half the songs. I wanted to go for the fun of it and for
You didn't want to go. You were kind of mopey about it. You were forced to go.
well, yeah, but like it doesn't say like I forced myself also to go because like
Yeah.
I want to go to those things, but I'm also like I'm so tired.
I know. I understand.
didn't pack. He didn't come on until 9. Like we were all dead. We literally were laying down this morning earlier
On the floor.
on the floor.
Did you see his wife Jessica Biel's Instagram
No,
this week?
I was hoping.
Oh no, but her Instagram, like she with the boys with their
So
JT
cute.
stuff, and her on tour with him. The only critique I would have is like you got to get rid of those running shoes. I understand you want to wear comfortable shoes.
The running shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked them.
Oh, I did not. I was like, that's not.
How old are her boys?
I don't know. Like I think actually one's around 9 because they got married right around the time Mark and I got married, and I think they had their first child right around
around the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
maybe
that.
you could hook up Sweet Pea with.
I'll
one of
work
theirs.
on it. Yeah, we'll go to Nashville and see how it plays out.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds fun. I want
Yeah.
to go to Nashville.
I know.
That's all the questions I have about Justin Timberlake.
Okay, yeah, it was a great show. I enjoyed it, and it was fun too because over the weekend I saw Mariah Carey. You know,
Oh,
you
I
just
saw that.
the music from I don't want to say your childhood, but you know, music is a soundtrack of life.
Mhm.
And so when you go and see all of like the throwback artists or hear a certain song, it takes you somewhere. So for now, probably about a week and a half straight, I've gone back to like 22-year-old Nina,
Aw.
and it has been a wild ride. I am exhausted.
I mean, I remember when I met Nina and it was like Mariah Carey this, Mariah Carey
Wait,
that. Like Mariah
what?
Carey is my
Mariah Carey
everything.
is
Life?
my everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
She was my everything.
Yeah.
I still love her. She's still all the way up there, but like Beyonce's up there too. But yeah, Mariah's definitely there. It was
What
so
was her
good.
best song?
Gosh, she did all of her hits, and it was really fun. Like she did Vision of Love.
Because she's in Vegas, so she's doing a residency, which
She
like
was, but
if
she-
JT was doing that, that
Yeah.
would be somebody. Yeah.
That was her last night,
Okay.
and then she's going to come back again in the summertime. But she's never sounded better.
Did she do All I Want for Christmas?
No, she didn't. And I'm not mad about that because I've seen her do her Christmas show a few
Yeah.
times.
Also,
So
yeah, I don't want Christmas in.
I was excited
I
to see the
guess.
other one. Like she did all the classics, Emotions and Make It Happen and all of that. But then she went to the Emancipation of Mimi phase, and I forgot about how much I loved hearing like Shake It Off and like
Yeah.
the club stuff.
That's
So,
awesome.
I'll play it for you later, Victoria.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't
she
know any of
is
those.
drawing blanks. That was
Oh,
a great
Sorry,
time.
guys.
Mariah Carey was great.
Yeah.
I didn't have quite the passion for her that Nina did, and I never will. But I really like her music.
Who was your person?
I haven't really ever had a person. I
Band?
like music. Like I have songs, you know, it's like you said, the soundtrack to your life. So there's things like I hear a song, I am immediately transported to certain places, but those songs come from so many different artists
Yeah.
over my whole life. So there's not really been
Like what were you listening to during the most ratchet time of your life? Like
During-
what song would take you there? One of my friends said that she lost her virginity to Chingy's right there. So now every time I think of it or
What?
hear that song, it's a throwback.
yeah, I love it when you do it right there. Put
She
your hands in my
lost
hand.
her
I'm gonna turn. I guess
Yeah.
it was actually probably that was like Justin Timberlake
So funny.
prime.
Oh.
Was like because I remember living in my apartment in LA with my friends, with my 2 roommates, and I would listen to JT's. I think it was
Future Sex Love
Future
Sounds.
Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are early 20s.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
A lot of his songs were we started listening to like the lyrics, and they were very sexual. I'm like, I can't imagine why, like, I don't know, kids were there. But I'm guessing for the "Can't Stop the Feeling," the Troll song, I was waiting for that all night.
I don't like that song.
Oh,
Really?
I mean,
I like
I'm a little over it because I've watched Trolls 95 times
Understandable.
and listened to the song 1,700 times. But that actually might be a massive understatement. It's probably like 1 million. I love that I go from a massive understatement to just grossly overreacting. I don't know what I was going to say.
Okay.
My mind is only half here, guys.
That's fair.
I feel like mine is too. But Future Sex Love Sounds, that album, I will tell you about this. There was a guy that my first love.
Mm-hmm.
It was his birthday, and this album had just come out. And this is the time where people are still burning CDs and stuff like that, right?
Burning? Why are you burning them?
Burning them so you
What?
can have your own copy.
No, you're not lighting them on fire.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Are you serious? Okay, you're making a copy of a CD is burning a CD. I didn't think that she
Yeah.
really meant burning.
Why
it.
Yeah,
the
you
hell
had to-
would you call
You had a CD-ROM drive in your computer, and you'd put a blank CD in there, and you would copy another CD that someone else had bought.
Yeah. So you can
And
burn
You
that's
it.
how
could do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you copy it?
You just
Like
hit
you
You
put
burn.
just
it in-
did.
You clicked the button that said "Burn CD," and it burned the CD, and then you had your own copy of it.
Yeah.
It's not-
And you would also download music off Napster.
Yeah, I never used Napster, but there's other sites like that.
Sites like that. So you would download it, and then you would create your own mix to burn to a CD.
Those are the early stages of like Apple Music and
I
stuff.
just threw out so many CDs too.
We are so retro. I still have some.
But
I
does
was
that-
like, why am I keeping these?
I don't even have a CD player, but I still have quite a few just for
Yeah.
the nostalgia of
Yeah,
it.
I was
that
like, I don't
mean-
Because we
need
used to
these.
roll around with those big CD
Yeah.
cases, and,
And
like,
then
what
you
am I
had them
gonna
on your
listen to?
visor in your car. You'd have like your
Oh, my
favorites
dad had
tucked into
that.
your visor, and then you
Yeah.
had just books of CDs.
Yeah, books and books. It was really fun. But
Yeah, my
anyway,
parents had that, I think.
so it was his birthday, and he got this limo, and he invited all of these people, and he gave out burned CDs of the Future Sex Love Sounds, and we were listening to it in the limo. He invited this other girl, by the way. Her name was Ashley Smashly.
Oh, what a bitch!
And I don't even know that she was a bitch so much, but I knew I didn't like her because something fishy was going on
With them?
and it was. So
really?
I'm at
what
this
the
birthday.
balls on that guy?
I know. I'm at this birthday party. She's there. She thinks they're dating and we're just friends, but I didn't know that. And then I find out later after we've all been drinking and I'm in the bathroom, and now I'm really upset. And
How did you find out though?
she was, I asked her, but one of my other friends that was there knew. And I think she got drunk enough to finally tell me, because I think some people were just trying to keep the peace. Like, I shouldn't have been there.
So this girl thought she was dating him and that you and him were friends, and you thought you were dating him and her and him were friends.
Correct.
What
And he
a
had the
tool.
nerve to have
Wait,
us
and none of your
both-
friends told you?
They did later while we were
What
in
was
the
his
bathroom.
first name? Just his
Aw.
first name.
His first name is very obvious. So
Is it Dave?
no.
Oh, you mean obvious? Like if you said it, we would all.
Yeah.
It's, oh,
like
I thought you meant like
immediately
he's
know.
Hawaiian.
because
So-
I dated a Dave who did the same thing to me.
Oh,
so I
his
was like,
name is
what if it
his
was
not.
him?
His name's not
Seriously?
Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just really have the nerve. It's pretty impressive. Like, I start sweating bullets when I'm in a room with more than one person that I've dated, even.
Yeah.
Let alone like at the same time.
At the same, yeah.
I can handle being around people I've dated and friends with most of my exes, but like I don't tolerate cheating in any way. And
Yeah.
I was dating a guy that I didn't want to keep dating because he wanted to move way too fast and I was not feeling it. Like he was like trying to basically get married and I was like, I'm trying to finish college, bro.
Yeah.
And so, but I was like, he was so nice. I didn't really have a reason to break up with him because he was just so nice. So I went to a party, kissed a guy so that the next day I would have to break up with him because there was no way I could continue the relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what dudes do.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
a dude.
The guys like
I'm a
they
dude.
sabotage relationships
So they
Yeah.
can get out
and
of
they
it.
don't know how to get out of them, so they start acting up
Yeah.
and hooking up with other people, so they're forced to leave a situation,
Or they don't leave the situation.
or they don't leave the situation. But
Yeah. I was 21. I know I was an idiot.
it's
but
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, all you did was kiss a guy.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Oh, that was long before I had lost my virginity.
yeah.
I was old.
Just the way he said that. My mom,
And she, okay.
it takes as if my
I
mom
can't
and
tell
my.
if you're being serious or not, but
No, I
love
am
it.
being
I
serious.
thought you were
Okay.
being serious.
Oh, I love that. What did your mom say?
No, I was like, my mom and my aunt, like my dad's sister,
Uh-huh.
dated the same guy, and they found out when my mom and dad got married, like at the same time.
Wait, say that again. Your mom's sister?
My mom and my dad's sister dated the same guy, and they found out whenever my mom married my dad.
Oh my gosh.
But it's like he literally would go pick up my aunt, my dad's sister, because she couldn't be out that late, he'd like take her to dinner and hang out like during the day. And then when he dropped her off, he would go hang out with my mom and like pick her up and like they'd go like to a party or something.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this has
what
been
a
going
little-
on for old as forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Douchebag Dave, he was dating me,
Dave.
and then we were all supposed to go camping. And on the way like I was in a car with some of my friends, and he was supposed to be meeting us up there. And I was like, God, I feel bad. I haven't really talked to Dave that much this week. He was kind of being annoying, and I was annoyed. So, and Kayla, my friend, was like, he was like, I wouldn't feel that bad. And I was like, why? He's like, he's been hanging out with this other person at our work.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, like that guy's a dick or whatever. He brought her camping.
What?
He was
So she
going-
was there too?
She was going camping like with us for a weekend.
Oh,
But
no.
Y'all were dating?
Yeah. And then he acted like he barely knew me. And then they slept in a tent next to me all weekend. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's
You didn't call him
really-
out
Yeah.
then?
He was also super high on cocaine. And
Oh,
I didn't
well.
know. So, I mean, in the long run, it was
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better. But I just think he was a big, big, big moron.
Wait, but why didn't you call him out like on the camera trip? Be like, what the
Because I didn't want to embarrass her because I didn't think she knew. And
She
I was
probably
like,
didn't.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to put her in a weird spot on this. Like, I'm just going to act like I barely know him too and move on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do the same thing now? Like if you're like almost
no,
like,
I would have called him out for sure.
okay.
And that's why I had gotten annoyed with him because so we were both lifeguards across Lake Washington. Okay. And he decided to paddleboard from the beach he lifeguards at to the club I was working at, coaching kids in swimming and water polo. And he shows up to my work at like 9 o'clock in the morning, probably still drunk. Like literally had white, like the residue around his mouth smelled
Ew.
like booze. And I was like, what are you doing here? Like you need to go.
yeah.
And that's why I didn't really talk to him much that week because I was so embarrassed that he'd shown up to my work. And then that's how he fixed it.
Well, that worked out in your
What?
favor. It really did.
It really did.
But it's so infuriating at the time.
It's just, well, especially it's like, you wish that you would have been the person you are now just to put them in their place. Like if I look at past
Yeah.
relationships, I just wish that I would have known what I know now just to have more respect for myself.
Same.
Yeah.
I honestly think that took me a long time, like
Oh,
years.
yeah.
Like I don't think I even learned that lesson until maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, it takes a long time.
Well, and it's I
Lot
think
to
it's
learn.
still a constant work in progress, right? Because there are certain things that you not with just your significant other relationship, but friendships and things like that.
Yeah.
That you're
Yeah.
constantly evolving and growing and recognizing what you are and are not okay with in the way that
Yes.
people treat you.
Yes. Actually, I love that you brought that up because especially with friends and creating those boundaries and communicating them and having them be respected. I just had to have a conversation with one of my friends recently where it was just like, there may be times where I do things that upset you, but understand where I'm coming from is never to intentionally hurt you.
I just had that same conversation.
Most friends are
Wait,
not
really?
trying to intentionally
No.
hurt you.
No.
We're living different lives, so the way that I act is different than
Yeah.
what she's used to. So for her, joking around is taken personal. And so she thinks that I'm attacking her or whatever, which I don't like that she thinks that
Right.
because that's not what I'm trying to do. How it was handled was grossly inappropriate. But at the end of the day, the conversation is real friends aren't trying to hurt each other.
Right.
It's okay to call
Yeah.
them out, have the conversation because your friend wants to know if they hurt you, but you don't
Yeah.
have to take it as, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, because that's part of the growth of your friendship, right? Is recognizing like, hey, my delivery is this way and your delivery is this way.
Correct.
And maybe we're not always going to match, but that's okay as long as we respect each other and understand that maybe the way I receive the information isn't the way you receive the information and
Right.
maybe the way I give it isn't the way you give it. But
Right.
that's okay as long as we have an understanding and a goal of growing our friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
so
love
nice.
I love that you had that conversation
That's
too.
so weird.
It is
Yeah.
so weird, but it is. And the way that conversation happens now is way different than it would have 5
Yeah.
years ago. Maybe
And
not even 10 years ago.
Don't you feel so much better?
Yeah.
I felt like 80 pounds lifted off my shoulders after
Really?
that conversation.
Yeah. And then you sleep well because now you guys, at the very, very least, you're respecting yourself.
Yes.
You know, you want them to respect you too, and you want to respect them as well. But at the very least, you can't control how they're going to react to things, but you can respect yourself. And I think that is a gift.
Yeah. And especially like with friendships at this stage in our lives, I feel like I'm investing my time, and I know my friends are investing their time in me
Right.
because we genuinely want to be friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have that level of respect where you can figure it out. And yeah, we didn't go about it the best way before that conversation happened. But it's like, okay, once that conversation happened, now it's all good.
Yeah.
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 I love that.
I do too. We're going to leave on that little bow because if you need to have that conversation, do that. 'Cause
Also,
you'll feel better.
did you expect the way this started that it would end with that?
Sure didn't. And there is where the class came back.
Yeah. Where's your little curtsy?
And thank you. In the meantime, stay chaotic.
But keep it classy. I don't know why I tried to do that
That was
fast.
so fast.